Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot a defective contactor. I'll show you two ways to do it and two possible failures for the contactor. So let's dive in. So first thing first, don't forget about your gloves. Make it safe, and before open the box, pull the disconnect, and the next thing is open up the cover. Alright, so this is our contactor, and as you can see, it's the bottom here is pressed. So that's meaning the coil receiving 24 volts, and it's actually like pushing in. So let's test it out. So for this purpose, you'll need a multimeter and the continuity option to check. So the purpose of the contactor is simple. The power comes from this side to this side when the coil is pressed. So let's test it out. So this side is permanently connected, so it must be resistance here. But this one is intermittent, so and that's what we had. So the logic is simple. So the power is coming here on these two poles, right? 26 volts. It pressing the coil inside, and those two contacts must be connected. So what's going on right now is, as you can see, the coil is having the power, it pressed, but there is open line. So that's pretty much it. And another way, you can also check if 240 volts come in here and then they transfer here. But since we pulled the source disconnect, we're just using the continuity to do it. So the same way, you can check the continuity of this coil. Let's disconnect one of these, so it's actually stocked completely. So it's I think this contactor just fried. So just measure the continuity, and right now it's a 16 ohm, right? So when it's going lower than 6 ohm, this coil will start burning your fuse inside the furnace. So just keep it in mind as well. So it could be like 2 points of failure. Either there is no power coming through this side and from this pole to this pole, or another failure point is when the coil going either open line or it's becoming really weak and either your fuse is blowing or it's not pressing at all. Alright, so what we're gonna do in this case, we'll go ahead and replace this fella with a brand new Packard, and it's the same one, same design, single pole breaker, and we'll just put it right in instead of this one. So let's do it. So you'll need a screwdriver, and you'll need wire cutters, pliers, whatever. Something to cut and clean up the wire. And you'll just go ahead and simply disconnect the control wires. So you better turn off your AC when you're doing this, because if your wire will touch the ground, you'll blow the fuse and you'll have another problem replacing the fuse in the furnace. But for me it's okay, so just go ahead and disconnect both of them. it's actually funny because all of the bolts are loosed. So you can also make a picture of the wire, of all the wires before disconnecting them. So make your life easier in the future. And also if you get a stuck wire like this, so you can simply use your screwdriver like a leverage and just pull it off like that. Easy peasy. And the left only is the bolts for the contactor itself. There's my extension. Yeah, you also will need 1/4-inch extra screwdriver to unscrew this bolt. 1, 2. There you go. And that's the old contactor. Slightly melted out over here. Yeah, it's completely melted in. I'm curious what's inside. Oh yeah. So you see it's kinda all burnt and melted in the contactor itself. So let's try maybe to kinda open it up. There you go. Yeah, it's definitely fried. Oh, that's a 10 years old AC, I guess. Oh, let's put a new one. I'll put the bolt and ready to go. I'll not go all the way down, tightening up the bolt until I will catch another bolt. And now it's ready. 1, 2. Nice. So no longer will need our extension, so I'll just remove it. And now we'll need to connect the wires. So those two is the plugs, that's for the fan, and those two, that's for the compressor. So those two is the actual power supply from the signal from the thermostat. Let's see. There you go. This is the common, and this is the hat. So you can hear the click, meaning the coil is working. So let's connect the bottom wires first. Tighten it up as much as you can. Just be careful. If you will not hold this piece, you will break the plastic. You don't want to do this for sure, so just hold it up while you tighten it up with the screwdriver, like this. And then another one. Nice and easy. There you go. And that's the downside. We'll just need to hold it until you put in the wire. Okay, let's actually do it a little bit smoother. Like this. up, and there we go. And now I will slightly tighten it up just to hold it in place. Okay, all these wires have a special torque. It's around like 25 to 35 Newton meters. So just if you have a torque screwdriver, it will make it easy. But I don't have it with me. And let's trim this one a little bit. Yeah, this is the one. This is the second one. And let's hook them up. Yeah, that's a bummer. Not a lot of space to hold it up. Alright, the last one. Sometimes it's just easy to do it with the pliers. Like this. And then just tighten it up. So those connections, the bolted one, is recommended to check like annually and make sure you will not get loosed it, because when the AC is running, and that's what I told you about, like really easy to break the plastic like this. So it's not critical, but you don't want to do it for sure. So when AC is running, these connections tend to lose up because of the vibration. So once we test the AC, if it's running fine, we can put the cover back. So let's do it. So as you can see, that's pretty much it. Not a rocket science, but the proper diagnostic make a lot easier the life of the technicians. And basically you can do it yourself. If you have a multimeter and the proper tools, it's easy. It's around like 15-20 minutes job and 10 minutes for testing. That's pretty much it. So if you like it, hit like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment. I really appreciate your feedback. And see you next one. Cheers.